Warning: this video does not contain content created using AI. AI is not our cup of tea. You can't drink it anyway. Even if you could, it would taste like shit.
Just had to put that out there, Aaron, for the people who are watching. How you going, mate?
Okay, so we're going off the top turnbuckle today.
Look, it's all about authenticity, Aaron. It's all about authenticity and being your real self.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Easy as. I'm up for that. I'm always up for that.
Are you? Are you sure?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
good.
I'm sure.
Well, I'm not sipping any tea, man. I'm just drinking some water. So give me 1 second.
Out of yours. That's a very apt cup for you guys.
It is actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Classic, absolute classic. One of the greatest
Shark
films of all time.
Shark has a Jaws cup. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I feel like I should have a Ronnie cup. What would
a Ronnie cup look like?
Oh, maybe this. There we go.
Well, it's orange like your hair, so that's perfect.
Crikey, I got some random stuff kicking around here. I've even got my Gideon's New Testament from
oh wow,
from Church in 1996. Yeah,
cool.
Are
you going to recite a verse from there or a passage or what?
Crikey, it's pretty small. It's pretty small writing. I might have to get my eyes tested.
That's the pocket-sized edition, mate. It's a traveller. It's a traveller.
Oh, look, here we go. My decision to receive Christ as my Lord and Savior.
Oh, hallelujah, brother.
97. That's a blast from the past, isn't it?
There you go.
Well,
that's out all the big guns this morning.
A little bit of Aaron David Burgess of King's Baptist Grammar, Year 8, 1996.
There you go.
Oh, my shelf is just full of nostalgia. How good's that?
Yeah. Well, now we're all religified and stuff. How's your week been, mate? What's been happening?
A bit of this, bit of that. It rained this week, which was good. I hear it's been raining over there, mate. Been pissing down.
Yeah, it rained yesterday and overnight and again this morning.
Yeah. No, it's good. Anzac Day yesterday, always a good day. I found myself at a local footy match, taking photos for money, which is good fun. Good tight game. Lots of people around. Really getting into the spirit of the day, which is good to see 110 years later.
Yep.
Yeah, especially reading articles during the week saying that Gen Zs are not feeling at all related to Anzac Day, which is a bit sad.
You want to, before you go any further, do
Yeah.
You want to give some of our American viewers a bit of a context on what Anzac Day is? Because not everyone would know what that is internationally.
Sure. Yep. So ANZAC is an acronym. It stands for the Australian New Zealand Army Corps. Often in the First and Second World War, Australian and New Zealand troops were shipped off together. So hence the Australian New Zealand Army Corps. And on the 25th of April in 1915, the Anzac Force were involved in their first major battle, which was the Gallipoli campaign. Caused horrendous losses, but it was really when Australia and New Zealand came of age as nations and the Anzac legend was born. So every year on the 25th of April, we celebrate Anzac Day. So
absolutely. Yeah. I in my Facebook memories yesterday, a photo came up from about 12 years ago when I last walked in the Anzac Day march with my father, who was still alive at the time, and that was for my grandfather's battalion. And there was only 2 diggers left at that point in time. Who are now there's none. So and that was a very, very, very proud moment for me. I'd never actually marched in the parade before, and I'm glad I got to do that with my dad before he passed, because he passed not long after that. So, yeah, it's very special, very poignant. It's always a day where we commemorate those who served for our country and obviously New Zealand. So it's super important. And there's we have a thing called the Dawn Service, where like our local RSL clubs and like the Shrine of Remembrance here in Melbourne, where those who served, you know, past and present, and their families and all that can attend. And yesterday, some flog decided to pop off during the
Reviel, the Welcome to Country.
Yeah, no, but was that when the guy did the free blah blah blah? Yelled that out.
So that was at the War Memorial in Canberra, I think.
Canberra.
Yeah. Yep. Someone yelled out "Free Palestine" during the Reviel, and then we had some neo-Nazis interrupt the Welcome to Country at the Melbourne Shrine of Remembrance yesterday as well. So that was.
We're not going to give those people the latter that you just mentioned any more airtime than that. They don't deserve it. But the previous person who yelled out "Free Palestine" was met with possibly one of the greatest comebacks I've ever heard. And I will be using this moving forward. And because you've got to understand, for a bit of context, this was during like a very quiet.
It was a solemn moment.
A lot of people. It's a solemn moment, exactly. And so when that person, you know, decide to sort of besmirch it with, you know, a couple of buzzwords, really, someone replied with "Go kick a landmine."
Well, you go kick a landmine, mate. Typically Australian. Yep.
And
typically Anzac. Yep.
Yeah. That's a very like Australian kind of response to, you know, like if someone's acting out of order, to be met with some sort of retaliatory comeback, and it was a ripper. Yeah. So props to that nameless, faceless person, because there was no need for that other idiot to, you know, get on his soapbox. It's got nothing to do with what's currently that day has nothing to do with what's currently happening in other parts of the world. Anyway, we're here to talk Joes, of course, and we've got a theme today. But before we get to that, should we have a look at who's joining us tonight, this morning?
Absolutely, we've got a bit of catching up to do. It's been 10 minutes, and it's going nuts.
Bloody hell! So, people are popping off. There's like 40 plus comments in here. I do believe this young man was here first.
Hello, Shane.
Shane-o.
Hope you enjoyed our opener, Shane. I'd like to say it wasn't my idea, but you know,
that was my idea, and hopefully, someone in the chat will be able to see to sort of figure out what my inspiration may have been. We'll see. Might be a comment here. We'll find out. And as per usual, he's like clockwork. None other than Kiwi. Wow. Kiwi G.I. Joe Customs and Collections. That's such a long name, Aaron. Such a long name.
He's quoting his brother there too. He's come in with a Quinton.
Yes, I definitely read that in Quinton. But welcome, Campbell. Welcome.
Yeah.
Here's another legend.
Hello, Hillbilly. He's coming from work. He's at work until much later tonight, American time. But he said he'd try. Yep.
I see. I'm just saying. I'm just looking for something here, Aaron.
Yeehaw!
There it is. Wow. It's a double banger.
Yeehaw!
Oh, it's just playing like it's just on loop now. Why is it looping? Stop looping. Anyway.
Very good. I was wondering if you were going to crack out some sound effects. I'm usually the sound.
Well, look, I know you're a fan, mate, and I've always got to try and, I'm trying to steer this ship. You know what I'm like with this bloody thing. Hello, Casey. Hello,
Casey. G'day, mate.
Podcast from the pit.
Legend.
I finished watching your chat with Casey yesterday on the channel, and it was an enjoyable watch. I urge the viewers to go check out Podcast from the Pit. when we're done here and watch Casey's chat with Aaron because it was a fun one.
Thank
and
you.
I'm going to be on there soon too. Oh,
Mm.
yeah,
Wow.
there you go.
Look out.
That's right.
Cool.
Spreading the Aussie love, mate. Spreading the Aussie love. Alrighty. There's a lot of people talking amongst themselves. Let's try and flick through these guys. All right. Michael Jean Fleming, hello. I feel like you have never popped up in the chat before, so welcome. If you have, and I've forgotten, I'm sorry. The man, the myth, the legend, Tony Romo, aka Mr. Tony's Figs.
Legend.
What's happening, brother? Thank you for joining us. I actually finished watching your appearance on the Circle of Jerks last night as well. So I did a bit of YouTube catching up yesterday, Aaron, as we have to do, when time permits. We have Bill K here. Hello, Bill.
Hello,
Bill K. Bill K is a regular viewer, so welcome back. What's up, mates?
3-star.
Hello, Darren. Hello. I have to catch up on some of your content. I am a bit behind on that front. And we have Zazel. Hello, mate.
Yep.
Where are you currently, Zazel? Are you back home in Australia or are you still jet setting? As Zazel was in Japan, he was going somewhere else. I don't know.
Went and saw Phil.
Another friend of the channel. Hello.
Larry. The big Sasquatch hunter.
Interesting. What else we got here? Another consistent viewer.
Jono.
Good evening, mate.
I wonder if anyone calls Jono.
And
speaking of Jonos, another Johnny.
Well, look, that's very Aussie of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
We abbreviate names. Yeah. I believe this gentleman here is thanking us for the explanation of Anzac Day. You are most welcome. Yeah. And Bill K has a question for you, Aaron.
What are Gideons? Well, Eric. Oh, I feel like I'm giving everyone a history lesson here. Eric has actually explained it in a comment a bit further down. He says there are a group of freshman men.
Yeah. Is it this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Eric was in the Gideons at some point. Yeah. Yep.
Campbell, look at this guy. Awesome team here, everybody. Campbell, you didn't have to do that, mate. But thank you. Much love and appreciation.
We'll put it towards a week and a half StreamYard subscription.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve. GI Jokers, the best.
Welcome,
Instagram
mate.
Account, GI Joes.
Always a pleasure having you along for the ride. As it is with this gentleman here,
Jeremiah, GI Jet Man, the legend himself. Who's here? Hope you're feeling better, Jeremiah. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, mate. In terms of feeling better, I believe, are you referring to which accident? Me getting bitten by the dog or hurt my back? If it's my back, I am feeling better, mate. Bit of therapy and
the penis is all healed
meds
up,
and a bit of rest did me some wonders. So thank you very much, Lee.
The pecker is feeling much better.
Hello from Nevada, USA. Joe fan since the early 80s. Mate, I've been to Nevada when I was a wee lad back in 1985. It was a nice place. We visited Reno, and it was the first time I ever saw snow. So, yeah, welcome, mate. Thanks for joining us. I know you said something earlier, but I just wanted to plot that one up on the screen as well. Yeah. Mate, I'm getting through them, Aaron. I'm getting through. I think we're up to speed. I think we are up to speed, mate.
3 stars just clarified. $3.50 will get us about 5 minutes of stream.
Awesome. I actually, funnily enough, I clicked on when I was setting up the StreamYard, the stream, there was like a pop-up promo thing from StreamYard saying, hey, you can get this StreamYard for free. And I was like, there's a catch here. And then it wants your payment details for later on.
Yep. Hoping you'll just forget about it and then they charge you card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love those ones.
Yeah.
So,
crooks.
Aaron, tonight's theme for the show, we actually were going to do this a couple of weeks back, but we had to put it put a pin in it basically until we got around to it. So very excited to get it done. And the theme is called what, Aaron? Operation Search History. My gosh, wasn't that bloody hard to remember?
I did the thumb and everything. I don't know.
It's okay. You've had a bit of a busy morning, mate. So obviously it is related to looking up things on the interwebs. And if you haven't already noticed, the ticker is, of course, dropping some knowledge about the interwebs and a bit of trivia and some fun facts and references to some interesting times in the history of the internet.
Indeed.
Do you like going on the internet, Aaron? Do you like Googling things?
Oh, I'm an incessant Googler. Incessant. Just quick hello to JoeFan84 and Foot1212. They've also joined us in the chat.
Oh, welcome, gents. Welcome.
But yes, I incessantly Google. I can't imagine what we did before Google existed. Remember,
encyclopedias.
Exactly. Remember not knowing why something was the way it is, and then just going on not knowing.
Yeah, I used to love poring over the Guinness Book of Records and things like that. I had. I wonder if I've still got it. I got a book as a kid, and I don't know if it's here anymore. It might be. I can't bloody see it. It's probably stashed behind something, but it was a book of the world's most evil men and a history of despots, dictators, and evil bastards. And just reading up on something like that—that's just something you would just be able to click on a Wikipedia link now and type person's name in. Oh, what did Idi Amin get up to? Oh, eating people, throwing them to alligators and stuff like that. So that's what we did before the internet.
As a child of the 90s, I remember when Encarta 96 came out. That just changed.
Oh, wow, Encarta. There's a flashback.
Microsoft Encarta 96. Unbelievable. But before that, it was the World Book Encyclopedia. And they were the World Book Encyclopedia. World Book. They were the only books that you weren't allowed to borrow from the school library. They just wanted to keep a complete collection there. But I used to love sneaking into the library and flicking through them from time to time, looking up rude stuff. As we all, and I'm still using Google to look up rude stuff to this day.
Which brings us to the theme once again. We're going to be looking at a certain select few Joes and Cobras and what we think they would look up on the internet. Have a bit of a laugh along the way. So, are you ready, Aaron?
I am. 3-Star said he had the World Book. He knows what I was talking about.
I don't remember that off the top of my head. Yeah, you're talking about this one.
Yeah. I reckon the ones we had here were brown with gold letters, but it was definitely the World Book. And
Campbell's,
I'm ready. Sorry,
Campbell's just wanted to inform us of what he's been up to.
Yep. Well. Play the horn. Sorry, 3-Star. Play the horn.
Sorry, man. I've got to dance between media assets. You know what it's like. Bloody hell. You mean the goofy car horn? That's it, boys! It is loud. Apologies to anyone whose speakers just blew. There is another comment here.
So naughty. We had a set of our books. I think it's still in a box in the basement.
There you go. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? You go first. You're the guest. You're the guest on my channel. You go first.
All right. The first figure that I have selected to talk about his potential Google search history is this guy. This is Clutch.
Yep.
Okay. Have we all had a look at Clutch? All right. Do you want me to just list these off?
Yeah, mate. Say whatever you'd like.
All right. First thing Clutch is looking for is the best pickup lines on Reddit. And there actually is a feed for that.
Of course there is. There's definitely a thread.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can look at all sorts of strange stuff on Reddit. But yeah, Clutch is definitely a known misogynist. He's definitely looking for best pickup lines on Reddit. He's also Googled Bruce Springsteen quite frequently. And the reason he's done that is because he and Bruce Springsteen are from the same area,
New Jersey,
which is Asbury Park, to be exact.
That's the one.
It actually says that on his file card. And I reckon "Blinded by the Light" would be his favorite Bruce Springsteen song.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just wanted to put a semi-obscure reference on my list. So
that's an old one, isn't it? Like that's early Springsteen banger. That one.
Yep. Wrapped up like a douche, all that sort of shit.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay, so my next thing on his Google search history is a double banger. The first one is oil change vamp, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And the next one is oil change hair.
Okay.
Because we all know he used motor oil in his hair.
Yep.
Johnny T has said that Clutch is also stalking Scarlett's social media pages, which is interesting because
Right. That's a ripper straight off the bat. That's so far comment of the night, mate.
I actually had something very similar. So I had that he was going to Zorana's link tree, and if Zorana's got a link tree, you know what else she's got?
Yeah, of course. It's funny you should bring that up. I almost picked Zorana, and I was definitely going to mention that, but I changed course in the end.
Yeah. But I have a feeling that Clutch is just a cheapskate like the rest of us, so he would swap straight back over to Google and go, Zorana OnlyFans leaks Reddit.
Oh man, I'm glad you started off with Reddit because it definitely is in the mix with one of my characters as well.
The next two are a bit boring. You know those dash cam highlights videos on YouTube? Like,
yeah.
He would watch them all the time.
Nice one.
Yeah, he'd just be sitting on the couch.
I like the
look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. Look. Oh, yeah, don't indicate, mate. Yeah. And do you remember, yeah.
You see this comment, just quickly?
Yes. Bikini shot from 2017.
100%.
Absolutely. And the last one, remember those old compilation DVDs you could get of random obscure motor racing where it was
yeah.
full DVD of crashes?
Yes, 100%. I remember those.
He'd watch that stuff, like old touring.
Oh, 100%.
So that's what
Blazel's adding to the mix here.
Yeah. Open an incognito tab. I don't know if they work. Could get in trouble with that stuff.
Geo Jetman is dropping some knowledge. There you go. It was on the first Springsteen channel album.
Cool.
I need to drop another disclaimer, Aaron.
Yeah.
You and the folks at home. I did have some meds just prior to the show, probably about half an hour or so. Yeah. If there's any slurring or words being dropped, you know why. We are joined by an esteemed member of the toy tubing community.
Yes. Esteemed, a very short one.
Guy. Lawrence, welcome back.
Hello. How do you say hello in Spanish?
Hola.
Bonjour. Hola. Yeah. Bonjour.
I All right.
Actually,
So that's all.
could
That's
say
all you got
bonjour.
for clutch.
Lawrence would probably think bonjour is Spanish if I said bonjour. He doesn't speak Spanish.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all I got for clutch. What do you got?
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Are you ready for my first one?
Yeah, better not be one of the ones I picked because my stuff is funny as.
No, I know what you picked. It's this guy.
That's Taurus, yeah?
That is Taurus. That's the modern Taurus, yeah.
Like, this will be fun.
Yeah. Which is a cool figure.
Yeah.
Now, what do you know about Taurus, Aaron? What do you remember from his backstory?
He is a circus acrobat.
He was. Yep, he was. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you remember any of the other finer details?
Nah, just that, really. I've got his file card there. I can go and get it and look it up.
That's okay. It's all right. I can tell you. So one of them was that he used, like, his circus act was that, like, he would break, like, 2x4s over his head. Or something like that. And, and he could, like, stop hockey pucks with his face. Right?
Yeah.
So because of the nature of certain, like, shows in the past that have been on different networks, they're not always readily available on the internet. You gotta sometimes dig, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of the Internet Archive?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You do not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Taurus spends a lot of time on there because it's the only place where you'll find all 3 seasons of Jackass.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
MTV had the rights to that. And probably still on the right. So it's not like it's one of those ones that gets flagged on YouTube and stuff like that.
Okay.
Deleted. So yeah, he spends a lot of time on there just rewatching that. Johnny Knoxville and Friends. When he's not watching that, he's utilizing something known as the Wayback Machine. Are you familiar with that?
No, what's that?
So the Wayback Machine it's all actually part of, I think, the Internet Archive come up with it. So it allows you to go back in time, so to speak, and look at websites how they used to look, like back in the day. It's cracker. Like if you've never been on it, it's good fun. So yeah,
I just saw the latest comment in the chat. Just saw the latest comment in the chat. Sorry.
No, I can see something had your attention. Which one? Whose comment?
I don't know if you want to put a swear word on screen. This is the latest one, the very latest one.
I'm scrolling, brother. I'm scrolling. Hang on.
Oh.
English, motherfucker, do you speak? Oh, Lawrence, that reminds me of a fun time we shared on one of your streams once. Shout out to Tony, wherever you are.
Alison Troy's here too.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
She said hello to a couple of people. There she is.
Yeah.
Welcome, Alison. Thank you for joining us, mate. Good to have you.
So
along.
Sorry to interrupt.
Can't promise you much Kylie Minogue, Neighbours, Australian soap opera talk on this episode, but you know, time and place. But welcome, nonetheless. Were you going to say something, mate?
Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to go back to the Wayback Machine and Taurus?
Yeah. So it's a good fun, good little way of going back and having a look at the early days of the internet and finding things that you might have forgotten about and stuff like that. So it's just a little fun thing. And when he's not using that, he's a heavy user of a website which was once known as 12-Foot Ladder. Do you know what 12-Foot Ladder is?
Crikey, man! No, I don't. I feel so sheltered.
Mate, it was something I only discovered in recent years myself. But it's called 12foot.io these days. And what it does is it allows you to punch in like a link to a site that has like paywalls and won't always be successful, but it will remove paywall, like gone. Like, so you can view the content for free. How
do I not know about this? How do I not know about
you
this?
need to try it. It's not flawless, as I said, but it is a good bit of interneting. And
I think you should put the link in the description. Let's see.
All I have to do is Google 12-Foot Ladder. But you know why he uses that, don't you?
Why?
He's a renegade. He's not going to pay for content on the internet. He's a former circus performer. They're like, they're shoddy. So it makes total sense.
It's a very tenuous link, but we'll take it.
What's that?
It's a very tenuous link, but we'll take it.
Anyway, that's Taurus out of the way, mate.
All right, easy. So my turn. I want to talk about this guy.
Raptor.
All right. So first thing Raptor's doing in the morning is he's getting up and he's checking into one of those live webcams of eagles' nests that people set up all around the world. You see like from time to time on the news, like you see someone's set up a webcam and there's an eagle like just perched in the corner of someone's window on the 458th floor of a really tall building, and it keeps flying in and out and laying eggs and bringing food back for these chicks. Yeah, Raptor is.
I think in Melbourne we've got the peregrine falcons that are up on one of the big buildings.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's totally.
I like it.
Well, look at one. He's also googling whether there's bird flu in America. He would be quite he'd be quite scared of a sudden illness.
Kind of renders a big part of his whole way of being null and void if the avian flu breaks out.
Absolutely. Michael Gene Fleming is speaking my language.
Okay.
Raptor is checking the IRS website every day for new regulations that he can find loopholes in. Yes, he absolutely is. Because Raptor is an ex-accountant. So I actually had that written down too.
Nice one.
He'd be Googling MYOB hacks. Do you know what MYOB is? MYOB? MYOB for dummies?
Sorry?
Something like that.
What'd you say?
For dummies? You know what MYOB is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, be Googling that.
Absolutely. My father-in-law's an accountant, mate.
Yeah. He'd also be looking for news on the latest tariffs, of course, because that's very topical. Other than that,
thought we were going to be able to get through this stream without that word being mentioned.
Yeah. We're not the drama channel and we're not the tariffs channel, but he'd be googling. He'd be googling the latest tariffs. What do falcons eat? I can't find any more mice.
Okay.
Which is probably fair. He'd also be looking for plucker duck highlights.
That's going to go over so many people's heads, mate.
He looks very much like plucker duck. Don't you think? Yeah. Plucker duck.
I'll play it. Sure.
Another Australian reference that's got nothing to do with Anzac Day.
Nothing at all.
No. And lastly, he would be looking for a registration link for the Red Bull Birdman race.
Do they still even do that?
I think they do in some European countries that.
Man, I haven't heard of that in years, but he would 100% go all right in that contest.
Far north of Norway and Sweden, the sun just doesn't go down sometimes. So, they've got so much daylight to play with. So people make go-karts and aircraft that are not very good at flying.
This is true.
So it still happens. We need to bring it back to Australia. Bring back the Red Bull Birdman race to Australia because
I just realised I completely missed one of my criteria for Taurus. I must have just completely looked past it, and it was like when he's not fiddle-assing around and all the other stuff I mentioned. Yeah. He's Googling where the nearest circus is related to where he is currently at that time on mission with the Joes or just chilling out.
Yeah.
Big fan of Cirque du Soleil as well and the acrobat troupe, just saying. Just to wrap that one up. So, moving on to my next pick. It's this guy.
Oh, you know, copperhead.
Picking up this figure, I might add, like, it was because it was on display on top of the details. I hadn't picked up for a while. Such a good figure as far as classifieds go. Such a good figure. Anyway, I digress. Can you have a guess why he might be on my list, Aaron?
Because he's such a good figure. He's such a good figure, but I digress.
Yes. Besides that.
I don't know. Tell me why. Tell me
Well, what
why.
is? Please don't sing. What? Tell me what is when you think of Copperhead? What do you think of?
I think of looking at myself in the mirror.
Why?
I've been called Copper Top plenty of times.
Ah,
That's
not what I go for. Like traditionally when it comes to redhead, but you don't hear it much.
Oh, do you want me to reel them off, mate? Fan of pants,
Fan of pants, 100%. What's that?
Fire crutch.
Yep.
Blood nut.
Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey. Ranger. Ginger.
Oh, that is like quintessential classic. Yep.
Yeah. How are you still alive? I get that sometimes. Do you know I saw a stat the other day?
Wait, I've got one more for you.
There is as many people on the planet born with both male and female genitalia as there are people with red hair.
There you go. Interesting. I've got one more for you to add to your list.
I'm all male though, I promise.
Fot.
What? What's that?
You know what fot is, right?
What is it?
Fucking orange thing.
You told me that before.
I have told you that before, but it obviously didn't stick.
Anyway, tell me what Copperhead is searching for.
All right. So obviously, besides being the water moccasin driver, he's a degenerate gambler, Aaron.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right. So that being his major weakness in this day and age, what are we always pummeled with when it comes to what his weakness is?
Oh, it'd be sports bet. Sports bet.
Thank you.
Sports bet.
Whether it's DraftKings, Ladbrokes, whatever.
What's the one that Samuel L. Jackson advertises? What was that?
I don't know. Isn't Shaq's on one too, isn't he?
Yeah, I
think that's.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah, mate, he's a big proponent of all those sites and the apps.
Be right on with my footy mates. They've always got a multi on. Oh, got a multi on. Oh, got a multi on. Oh, missed out one leg of my multi.
Always my cousin, same thing. Always, I missed out on this with the NBA. I'm like, don't care, mate. But anyway, that's his main focus, right?
I was going to get a sports bet account once, but instead I just went and dug a hole in the backyard and started throwing money in it.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty sad state of affairs how much gambling has taken over a lot of people's wallets. So we're not making light of that because it is an issue for a lot of people. So seek help if you are struggling with it.
I used that joke this morning with Eric in a private chat. So hello again to Eric.
Hello again to Eric. Hello, Eric.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So a couple of comments just quickly. Yeah. Very much so, Darren. Very much so. Darren again. Yeah, for sure, mate. He's whatever, mate. He could be betting on two flies on having a race, like up a wall, whatever.
Yeah.
He's throwing money at it.
He's one of those motherfuckers that's like one of your friends on Facebook who just keeps posting links from fucking Farmville or online casino. You know those ones?
Yeah.
Share this to Facebook, get 10 extra free credits because
I don't want to play your fucking Farmville game, mate. Leave me alone.
He's one of those guys.
Oh dear me. I've got a question being asked of me. Hey Adam, out of the classified figures they've released other than Doc, who else is in the medical field? Well, there's no other medical related figures that have been released. There's no lifeline. There's definitely no stretcher. Yeah, so not many other than him. Actually, none at all. But yeah, hope that helps. Back to Copperhead, Aaron.
We all know what's not in Bill's search history. That question, because he just asked you.
It's true. But we're always here to help.
Back to
so yeah, when he's not throwing his money down the drain online, he is going to boattrader.com.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
You know why? Because he used to race speedboats. He used to race speedboats in Monaco, mate. So, you know, being the boating enthusiast that he is, and the fact that he likes to waste his money, well, I guess buying boats that are fast and racing them so he can win more money to waste makes total sense, right? Because, like, let's be honest, he's not going to be going into races with the water moccasin, is he? With the gun turret sticking out of it. So this is when he's off the clock, folks. Off the clock, you know, just chilling. And for some extra cash, you know, when he's feeling a little spicy, he's on Craigslist, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. On Craigslist, looking for work and just extracurricular funsies, really.
Yeah. Sweet.
You can get up to some mischief on there, mate.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. So that's him. That's Copperhead.
Right. I want to talk to you about my next dude. It is this guy. Can you see that?
Quick kick.
Quick kick. All right.
Yes.
First thing in his Google search history is why does Larry what? Why does Larry hate? Why does Larry hate me? That's the first thing in his Google search thing.
I thought you were going to say, why does someone else hate you then? Before you crack on there, Bill's just saying he meant as a secondary skill. Okay. Do you think of any Joes off the top of your head that have medic or like that as a secondary skill? I can't think of any really. Like, I guess like Stalker might, I think, maybe from memory. I feel like that's somewhere floating around inside my brain, but I could be wrong.
He wants to know who he can set up. Wants to know who he can set up with Doc, and I would suggest just cut someone's arm off. And
yeah, that works.
Just cut their arm off. And buy two or something, and the one just cut its arm off. Blood spitting out everywhere. Yeah,
just cut it off.
Tourniquet. Just snippy.
Cut it off.
Yeah,
cut it out. All right.
And you know what? Campbell's doing that right now. As soon as we said it, Campbell's gone. He's filming a video on it right now.
Yep. When he's finished making the one about batteries. Johnny, Copperhead and Crocmaster are definitely attending illegal dog fights together and betting on them. 100%. I can see that. It might even get even a little bit more brutal than that. Dogs versus alligators. I don't know. Anyway, continue on, mate. Sorry to interrupt.
So, quick kick. Why does Larry hate me? That's top of his Google search history. We all know Larry hates him. It's fair.
Yes.
Yes. And then, best cream for dry and cracked heels. That
good. That's good. Play that.
Yeah, and also, my nipples are cold.
Yeah, he's not known for his warm weather apparel, is he?
Yeah.
Like cold weather apparel. Yeah.
The other thing is, I saw an article online the other day that said that there's this crazy trend at the moment where young ladies are going and having their legs deliberately broken so they can be lengthened to make them taller. Did you see that? Yeah, it's nuts.
No, I haven't seen that. It sounds like something that would pop up on Facebook, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Quick kick, as we all know, was too short to play basketball. That's why he became a martial artist. So maybe he still harbors some dream of playing NBA basketball. So he's been looking up those articles about getting your legs broken. And speaking of legs getting broken, I'm 100%. He's got that Jackie Chan scene from Rumble in the Bronx where he jumps off the bridge with a broken leg on loop. He watches that over and over and over.
I haven't seen that in a long time, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
That or the Bruce Lee fight scene with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because he loves his basketball
Yeah.
and he loves his martial arts.
And he used to be a stuntman too, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And if he knew what was good for him, he'd also be looking up the best life insurance rates. Not because of his occupation, but because Larry hates him so much. Yeah. So that's quick kick.
That's quick kick. I think you nailed it.
Mhm.
You nailed it. Let's see what the people think, Aaron.
Yeah, do
Johnny enjoyed that one.
it. Yes.
What else we got here? Why is this not working? Move. The scroll on this thing is slow sometimes, mate. I'm just going to try and do this.
Want to borrow this, mate? Borrow that?
Thanks, mate. It might help.
Nobody
This
got
is a
time
good
for one
one.
of those pads, man. Yeah. Fudgy bus.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Ain't nobody got time
What'd you
for one of those.
They're a pain in the ass, mate. I need a new
Yeah.
computer. It's just not in the budget at the moment, but I'll get there. Question for you. I can answer this for you, Casey. No, he hasn't watched it yet. Because trust me, I've been on his ass about watching it as well, mate. Don't you worry.
He wasn't even halfway through the video the other day, and he's already sent me a voice message. How do you not watch Snatch? Go watch Snatch. And then he's like, and then a little bit later, he sent me another message. He's like, oh, I could definitely vouch for Banshee. Go and watch Banshee. It's got some hot Sheila in it. Blah 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 blah. Oh, all right, no worries. Okay, I'll put it on the list.
And what did I send to you yesterday, Aaron, while I was driving home?
Oh, jeez, I can't remember now.
It was a voice chat.
Is it about Banshee? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought what you just said. Were you talking about me or Casey?
Yeah. About you? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I thought I misheard you.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Casey. Yes, that's right, Casey. I've been towing the line, and I told him that Banshee is a must-watch. And Bill Kay agrees that Snatch is a brilliant movie. Yes, it is a brilliant movie. Brad Pitt steals the show in that, as far as I'm concerned. But Jason Statham, early Jason Statham, also good. And there you go. Casey's just hammering it home now. Hammer it home.
Noted.
It's my pick, isn't it?
It is, mate.
All right. Well, seeing as how you went with a joke, I'll go with a joke. And actually, you know what? Give me 2 seconds, mate. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to just hold it. Why can't I do this? No. Yes. All right. I'm still here. Just wait one moment.
All right.
Sorry, I just had to get something out of the cabinet.
Ding!
All right.
Floor,
So,
Manchester, haberdassery, women's fashion, jewelry.
ladies' lingerie, watches. All right. So, I've gone with this guy.
Well, hello, Deep Six. Yes.
That's him. That's him.
Yep.
But when you're in a dive suit like this, I can't imagine that you'd have much time to Google anything or even use a phone or anything. So we have to look at Deep Six when he's off the clock. Now, this, of course, is a kit bash custom, which is a nod to his appearance in, I think it's Special Missions 1, maybe? Okay. Or no, it might have been in the actual ARA series, original run. I can't remember. But yeah, that's Deep Six. And
did he look like that when he was not underwater?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting, because I think I covered off on this a couple of weeks ago when I was reading the original comments. there was a tank full of G.I. Joes just making its way through the city, and out jumped Torpedo in full scuba gear.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of the rare examples where you get to see a different version of a Joe, like, out of his normal character sort of guys. So, as you probably know, Aaron, Deep Six is a loner, right? He likes his personal time. Okay. Doesn't like being around people. So, he's going to entertain himself, isn't he?
Oh, he's on Cornhub every day.
Hang on a second. No, I wasn't going. Just because I said he's likes his alone time and not being around people, we don't go straight to the gutter, mate. All right.
Shout out to all our pervert introvert viewers.
We know you're out there. So, if you remember from his file card, he enjoyed doing the New York Times crossword.
Yeah.
I discovered, Aaron, that you can do that actually on the New York Times website. There you go. It is a famous crossword, obviously. So he spends a lot of time on the New York Times website, and he definitely pays for that content. Though he's not like our good old Taurus, where he's just jacking through the paywalls. And when he's not on there, he flicks over to solitairebliss.com. What do you think solitairebliss.com is, mate?
You play solitaire, like.
Yes, that's right. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with like a dirty mind of yours.
You'd have it on Draw 3 as well. My dad always used to have it in Draw 3 when we had a Pentium 1 computer in the 90s.
Whoa, the Pentium 1. Take me back, bro.
Used to jump on a solitaire and he'd always have it set up with Draw 3. And I'd be like, I don't want to play Draw 3 because you always lose. So I'd switch it back to single draw.
I never got into solitaire.
Oh, the best part was when you won, like the cards just went doing, 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 doing.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any idea what bottlestore.com might be?
No.
Well, if you'd read his file card, you would know that he is a very big fan of collecting bottle caps, Aaron.
Oh, yep.
And bottlestore.com is the internet's #1 resource guide for bottle cap collectors.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
mate. I bet he spends his Monday night watching a punk with bottle caps on YouTube's.
Oh gosh, how many people do you think are left in the world that collect bottle caps, mate? I don't know a single one. Have you ever known anyone?
No. I remember Hans Superdry. Hans Superdry used to have the little quiz questions on the inside. Remember them?
What was this on?
That was cool. Hans Superdry, the beer, used to have little quiz trivia questions on the underside of the cap. That one's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, I remember those. That's taking me back. There's a question or a comment for both of us here, mate. You and Aaron should be admitted on StreamYard. That way, Aaron can control the chat and vice versa. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that with a StreamYard paid account, but there's two issues there. There's two issues. Number one, I don't really want to be like you and your brother, Kiwi, where you both put the same chats up twice. and number two, I just enjoy sitting here every second week talking shit and letting him do all the hard work, or him do all
Absolutely. Absolutely. I and the feeling is mutual when I'm on your channel. Like anyone who hasn't done this, there's a bit of,
spinning.
It's a juggling act. It's a juggling act. And if you don't do it all the time, like we're infrequent streamers, unlike someone like Lawrence or Darren, who are streaming like weekly, or Campbell even streaming weekly, like it's a lot of fiddle-assing around.
Particularly when you don't own a mouse. I mean,
yeah, your laptop's about 8 years old. just
Freaking
dying a slow,
Victorians.
painful death.
Freaking Victorians.
Johnny's just confirming that Deep Six looked like that in issue 25.
Oh.
I think it was a story with Cutter and they've got the whale and they've got the battle platform. I think it's that one from memory.
Let's go.
Yeah. Pretty sure because Deep Six is in the gunner seat of the whale, hammering away with one of the machine guns.
Cool.
Well, look, Bill, I'll answer your question. It's got nothing to do with the stream, but I'll answer it. I don't think much of it. If you're talking about the classified one, I think it's a bit janky looking. The iguana thing is meh to me. That's just pointless. I think they could have done better with giving us another alternate head. I think it's a bit light on. I think it's just, it's not really classified up. Like, it's just another case of taking something that was done originally and putting it back out there with very minor tweaks. And that's not why I like classified. I hope that answers your question. Will I buy it? We'll see. I'll probably wait for it to drop in price, that one. I'm not in a rush. So, yeah. What else we got? What else we got here?
Have we finished talking about?
Yep, Johnny's.
I'm awake.
Shut your face. Correct with Cutter, but Deep Six actually commandeered the shark in that issue, not the whale. Are you sure he's not in the whale, like hammering away in one of the gun turrets? I'm sure it's in that one, or maybe it's the same story spread over a couple of issues.
Oh, he's an introvert pervert. He's definitely hammering away at something.
Maybe double check that. I feel like I'm right. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. Let me know. What's this comment? Fatal fluffies are the Bigfoot of the G.I. Joe universe. Okay.
Yes, they are.
We are really going completely off the rails here. That's fine. You're up next, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Larry believes in Sasquatch. That's why he said that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I remember you saying. One last comment before we get on to your next figure. Comes essentially, and we're talking classified again. Essentially, two of the same heads probably just came down to remaining budget, which again is crazy because classified is clearly their best selling line. Yeah, I just think you look at Monkey Wrench. Go to sleep, Aaron. You look at Monkey Wrench in that lot and how much money, time, effort, love, passion went into that, to make it different and stand out. And then you look at Armored Cobra Commander and it's just a bit meh. Anyway, let's stop talking about classified, folks. This is not a classified stream. Anyway, Aaron, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah. Did you see the cricket scores? I'm kidding.
Sorry, mate. I'm back. Narcoleptic.
There's a new one. There's a new one in the chat. SCS dog.
Bloody have to minimize the screen again. Alrighty, who is this? I don't know you, but welcome.
Welcome aboard,
sir.
Mate. Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
If you've somehow discovered the channel, awesome. And I hope you like G.I. Joe. Anyway, Aaron, let's go.
This guy. We're going to talk about
everyone's favorite arms dealer.
This is Destro.
That is Iron Grenadier Destro, to be specific.
Yeah. All right. So I've got a whole list of things that he's been Googling here. Date night ideas.
What was it? Sorry?
Date night ideas. He's trying to keep the romance up with Baroness. I don't think he'd have any idea how to be romantic in his own stead. He would have to Google that shit. So date night ideas would be at the top of his head. I bet you differ. Yeah? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Does GIF work on beryllium steel?
GIF?
Yeah, GIF.
I don't think American people know what GIF is, bro.
It's like Ajax, spray and wipe, Mr. Sheen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it work?
I don't think so. I think it would tarnish it.
You wouldn't work on beryllium steel. Okay.
Just
fair
a
enough.
guess.
Yep. Are wrist rockets legal in America?
Does it matter?
They
It doesn't matter to you.
They probably are, to be fair. Clarinet duets. Yep.
What?
Haven't you
Why?
ever watched that? Haven't you ever watched that song, Destro and the Baroness practicing the clarinet?
No. What is that?
Oh, I'll send you a link after this. There's
Is
a
that?
YouTube
Hang on. Is
video.
that the Funny or Die video? Like where the people are playing them? Like
Yeah. Destro and the Baroness.
I think I've seen it. Yeah, it's black and white, right? It's black and white. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. That is gold. That is gold.
Remedies for neck chafing. Probably
Okay.
fair. And lastly, help me, I'm Scottish, but I woke up sounding like Barry White.
Oh, that's good. That's a cherry on top, mate. That's
Shout out
cherry
to
on
all
top.
the Barry White fans in the chat.
This is Barry White.
I know. I can't get enough of your love, baby. Yeah, I feel like Pop Blender when you need him. He'd be singing.
I'm gonna read something out here, Aaron. I don't want you to interject, okay? I'm gonna handle this.
Okay.
All right. So
Yep.
zip it.
Okay.
I think Ronnie skipped over one of his searches. How to get to Joe Fest 2025. Now, if you're not familiar with this guy here, he is a regular viewer on Podcast from the Pit. And a bit more context for you. Aaron's also often on that show. And if he's not, he's in the chat. Now, I occasionally make the chat when time and work permits because it's usually late on a Saturday night and I have to work weekends. However, these guys, especially this guy here and Casey, the host, are always drilling Aaron about when are you going to come to Joe Fest? When are you going to come to Joe Fest? Now, this is my channel, mate. How come there's no mention of me? What about me? You don't want me to come to Joe Fest? Never mind this guy, all right? What about me? What am I, chopped liver? Never. No one ever says, oh, Adam, you know what? Have you ever thought about going to Joe Fest? Well, fucking oath I have. Of course, I'd love to go. But no one ever asks, do they? I can tell, though. I can tell out of the two, like, you know, there's two of us who co-host this show on his channel and my channel. I can see the one that everyone likes. I'm just the shit kicker. That's all right. John. I'll remember this. Mark my words. Anyway, got that little rant out of my system. You can tell that one's been building up, can't you?
Adam's not getting picked on, so he feels like he's left out. That's what I.
That's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm an
Maybe
acquired taste, Barry. I'm an acquired taste. I get it. Not everyone. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, Aaron. And you know what?
Oh,
you know what else is it?
This was what I was going to say. Maybe they're scared, like that it wouldn't be safe for you to go to Joe Fest. But the facts are, everyone that tags you on Instagram is going to DFW.
Yeah, look. I guess that DFW like DFW might be okay, like if you enjoy swap meets in church halls or something like that. I don't know. I've never been to either, but one day I would like to get to Joe Fest. I couldn't give a stuff about DFW, but one day I would like to get to Joe Fest. But it's okay, guys. I'll make my own way there. Don't ask me. Don't invite me. It's all right. I'll make my own way there.
Oh, and I forgot to say, we're not the drama channel.
This is not drama. This is me venting. Anyway,
not the drama
Nate's
channel.
here.
Not the
G'day,
drama
mate.
channel.
Hello,
face. Nate.
G'day, Nate. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for joining us. Wreck ship, I'm coming for you, mate. You know it. Who else is here? I thought I saw another person pop up.
Steve said, "Be careful when you Google neck chafing."
I don't want to know, Steve.
Steve, have you done that?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
He's done that. He's done that.
Oh, hang on a second. What's this? You've already dissed us for Joe Fest. Dissed us for Joe Fest? Aaron hasn't yet.
Yeah.
Ditched? Oh, I think you mean ditched. Hang on a second.
I think you're on.
What do you mean ditched?
You're on record of saying no. I'm not going. I've never said such a thing.
I never said I wouldn't go like one day. I think in the past when I've been asked if I, like last year, I think this is what Darren might be referring to, if I could make it there, because Darren also suggested like those guys putting a whatchamacallit together for me, GoFundMe, and I was like, no, eventually I'll make my own way there.
Yeah.
Ditch you? Oh my god, really persecuted on my own channel. Oh, I'm gonna call 1-800-CRY when I get off this stream. 1-900-CRY.
I actually did the sums yesterday. With all the freight costs that I've spent on all my figures coming out of the States, I could have just gone to Joe Fest already.
Oh mate, I think about that often when I've walked in this room. I'm like, maybe I could just sell the flag. But then I'm like, what would I do my reviews on? Oh dear. I just want to put this on the screen because Eric, I can't do the heart thing. I'm shit like this. See, I'm not. How do you do the heart thing properly? I'm like throwing up gang signs and stuff over here. You know what? I love you, Eric. There you go. I'll blow you a kiss. See? See, that's a nice guy right there, Aaron. That's a nice guy right there extending an invite to me.
You want to be a relevant 50-year-old, don't you?
Jono, no one. Nah, it's fine. Bugger at him.
You want to be a
just bloody
relevant 50-year-old. I'm probably closer.
Oh, and how about this guy? Get a load of this guy. Adam, come to Joe Fest. Bring Aaron with me. So I've got to chaperone him.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's more the other way around. I've got to bring Adam with me because I've got further to go.
What is that supposed to mean?
I've got to pick you
like
up.
You're my handler.
I'm going to pick you up on the way through. You know,
hang on a second. Last time I checked, Melbourne would be a direct flight, wouldn't it, to Los Angeles? From my memory, that's when I've caught the plane there before. I don't go via Adelaide, so you'd be coming to me.
That's it. I've got to pick you up on the way through. You know. Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
Well.
Anyway, you're already got your plan sorted. What do I care? Anyway, we got off track here.
What were we talking about?
Whose selection was it? Was it me or you? Your team or mine, wasn't it? Yeah, because you did Destro.
The chat, everyone in the chat, you're bad influences. We come on here wanting to talk about a topic, and you throw us off every single week.
You talking about me or Aaron?
Yeah, exactly.
I fear no man. I'd walk into DFW with my balls fucking in my hand, like, what's up?
I like Bill's comment.
But look, not going to lie, I've been to Dallas before. Didn't think it was much chop, so not in a rush to go back. So, anyway, whose comment were you talking about?
Bill said that you were my +1.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? Just put the boots in, guys. Just put the boots in. Just kick the man when he's down. Look at. See, you know what? On the flip side of that, look at this guy. Once again, I tell you what, mate. This man, true gentleman, a true gentleman. I heart you, Eric. I heart you.
Given that.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. No, Jono. Too late now. Too late, mate. No second prizes, champy. No second prizes. You done your dash, mate.
Can you just put Nate's comment up real quick? Nate knows me too well. Nate knows me too well.
You're welcome at assembly required in Iowa. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. That's something that has always sort of intrigued me. I've never been to Iowa. What's in Iowa? I don't know. But thank you.
There's Moines.
Now,
there's Moines.
We're just going to say a quick goodbye. There's what?
Des Moines is in Iowa.
Oh, Des Moines.
See you
Yeah,
later.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Is that Des Moines? Not Des
I don't
Moines.
know.
I think it's Des Moines.
Reckon.
Johnny T's out of here.
Yeah.
Got to run, fellas, but I'll leave you with my Firefly searching the web to download the PDF of the Anarchist. The Anarchist cookbook. That is good. That is good. I'm sorry, mate. I'm trying to catch up here. You already said that one. Whatever.
Where's Nate?
No, mate. It's all jokes. It's just all jokes. It's all jokes. We're just having some laughs here, folks.
Oh, but seriously, we're not the drama channel. Seriously.
Huh. We just call it how we see it. I don't think I'd want to chaperone Aaron. He seems the type to wander off 3 drinks into the night and show up the next afternoon shirtless with some kind of injury and sporting a trend stamp. Is that accurate, mate?
Yeah. To the number of drinks, he's a bit generous with 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Try 1 3/4.
Mr. Teetotaler over there. Just going to say hello to Dusty. Dusty, who's just joined the stream.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dusty.
Yeah.
And also,
I don't hold my booze very well.
That thing
Do you
away.
think-
Carlos is here, and he is telling us that I don't care that corn
Do you think he holds
and
his
cows
beer?
are
He
in
does not.
Iowa. That's what you're going to find in Iowa.
Corn is
And-
in Cornhub.
Cornhub. Des Moines as in Des Moines. There you go. Des Moines. That's how you say it. Des Moines. One quick question before we get back to on track. Question for you both. What would be one item you want tracked down at Joe Fest if money was no option? That's a good question. You know what? I've thought about this before. Honestly, if I ever when I get to Joe Fest one day, it will happen. Hopefully next year. If not the year after for my 50th. We'll see. What was I going to say? It wouldn't be about finding toys. It'd be about catching up with mates that I've made in this community and, meeting them for the first time. I look back to last year when 3 Star and Punk and a lot of those guys all caught up there. It looked like they had an absolute blast and only further galvanized their friendships. Lawrence even still talks about it like being one of the best times of his life. So, it's not always about the toys. The toys is what, brings us together, but it's about experiences and that you walk away with, not plastic, in my opinion. Hope that answers the question. Anyway, Aaron.
Yeah, it's your turn, man.
It's my turn.
I did Destro. And it's your turn.
Yeah, I know. All right, calm down. Keep your bloody pants on, mate.
I don't know why Dusty.
All right, so I did Deep 6. What'd you say?
I don't know why Dusty's being all of a sudden, but here he is.
He's blending into your T-shirt. Okay. My next one is this guy. And as you hold your pet, he's holding his pet.
Nice.
His pet is an albino crocodile or alligator, whichever one he has there. So Crocmaster, Aaron.
Yeah.
And Crocmaster in his spare time spends a lot of time on YouTube. You know what he's watching?
What's he watching?
He's looking up old Steve Irwin videos, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Big fan, absolute big fan. And when he's not feeling down in the dumps over the passing of that legend and his legacy that he's left behind, he's looking up alligator attacks on golf courses. For fun. That's what he really gets his kicks out of. And when he's not on YouTube, he goes to behindthename.com. And on that website is where you research names and their meanings. And as we know, he likes his female gators to be named Fiona, Tiffany, so on and so forth. So that's where he's digging up his inspo. His inspo for naming all his reptilian offspring.
Yeah.
And when he's not going down that rabbit hole, he's on the Reddit. He's on the Reddit dank memes thread. Loves a good meme.
Yep.
The danker, the better.
Yep. Good work.
Your good
Crikey.
work.
Crikey, says Rachel. Crikey.
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 You already said crikey earlier on.
Yep.
And that's Crockmaster, mate.
Cool. Let me just get my notes out. I will talk to you about dial tone.
DT.
Of course, this guy. This is dial tone. My first JoJo, he was. Yeah.
Yes.
Our radio is still cool.
Video killed the radio star.
Yep. Whoops.
Yep.
I just killed my disco ball. I'm in Brazil. What is Mainframe wearing? They put me in charge. Help. Have you seen that G.I. Joe episode where they put Dial Tone in charge of G.I. Joe and he was terrible?
No.
Yeah, there's an episode. It's called The Most Dangerous Thing in the World. I think it's a Sumbo episode. Cobra hacked the system and put Dial Tone in charge of the Joes, and it was a total disaster. It was It's a good episode. Yeah. What about Dial Tone would also be Googling Shania Twain's "Man, I Feel Like a Woman."
Why?
Because at some point,
I
get
it.
Yeah, IDW just destroyed my childhood. Turned Dial Tone into. Yeah, I mean, I like women. I love women. Don't get me wrong. But, he's also Googling Saddam Hussein because he looks like him. Do I really look like Saddam Hussein? And also, knee pads cheap near me.
What?
Knee pads cheap near me.
Ah.
So there you go. That's my take on Dial Tone's search history. Yeah.
No beret shopping in his search history.
Nah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. We just put a few things.
I don't know.
All
right. So
ideas are good ideas.
I've got one less than you, so I'm up to my dark web pick.
Yeah.
Now, for the folks still watching, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Aaron it's a shiny disco ball. Good song. I gave Aaron the criteria of picking 5 Joes and 5 characters and a dark web pick. All right. So my dark web pick. And this is like, your character that is just looking for the most rawest things they could find. I've never been on the dark web, so I don't really know, other than, hearing about it, what's on there. Aaron, have you ever been on the dark web?
I'm still trying to fix my disco ball.
Leave that to later, all right, Captain ADHD? Just stay with me here.
I fear that I've completely broken it, Anyway.
Okay, look, I'll break you in a second if you don't pay attention, all right?
I've never been on the dark web.
What?
Never been on the dark web.
No? You're not counting all your crypto and buying things? No? Paying for services?
I live in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. If I wanted to find weed, I wouldn't have to go on the dark web.
Or you can just go out to your backyard and find some weeds there. Okay, so my dark web pick. Or you also could maybe find some people in barrels, but that's another story. That's very dark. Dark web pick is this guy.
Dr. Mindbender.
You just know that old Chrome Dome here, he's doing some dirty shit on the internet.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at the way he's dressed.
Codpiece.
Yeah,
Giveaway.
shirt. Yeah.
Dead giveaway. You know, the thigh high black come fuck me boots.
Oh Jesus. Yep.
Oh dear. So yeah, all right. So I've literally given away one of his like dark web searches, and that is cod pieces. Like he's looking for the most extreme cod pieces you can find. If you've ever seen the movie Seven, think of that. All right. And that lends to what else he's going to be looking up on there, and that is torture. Like that's one of his favorite things. That's what he gets his jollies to, mate. And you know that ties in with his mind control sort of expertise, and you know, absolutely looking for the latest hallucinogens to make his job that little more interesting, make his time a little bit more fun as he explores the inner workings of his victims. And BDSM, 100%. No question. Gimp masks for days. It's all there, mate. It's all there. Just think dark, and that's what Mindbender is doing. The worst. Doing his utmost.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got nothing.
No, I don't feel comfortable commenting on any of that.
For sure. Rotten.com. He's a big fan. Yeah. Big fan. Did you ever go on that website back in the day, Aaron?
No, never did. I saw that photograph of Kurt Cobain, and that's all I needed, to be honest.
I never saw that. I think the only time I ever went on that site was to look up the Tupac autopsy photos, and that was it. I never frequented that one. Not my cup of tea.
Fair enough.
Just like this one.
Yeah, fair. Yep.
I mean, sort of. We'll allow it, Michael. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
All right. Someone's heading off, I think, mate. That would be Casey. Thank you for joining us, sir. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Sleep tight, brother. Yeah.
I'll catch up with you soon, no doubt. And what else we got here? Dr. Mindbender definitely has a not safe for work Reddit that he mods. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Yeah, all right, we're up to date. Is this your last pick? I thought you had one more. Am I miscounting?
This is it. This is my dark web, dude.
Nice.
Firefly is 100% on the dark web. He's searching for balaclavas. He's searching for burner phones. He's searching for instructions to make IEDs. He's searching for drone warfare. And he's also, maybe not on the dark web, but heading to the Credit Suisse website to just manage his
move some money around.
Yeah.
I think on the dark web he's also going to be looking for like where he can buy components to make what he is known for making. Like he's going to be looking for that cheap ways to make his improvised explosive devices. 100%. And you know, the Anarchist's Cookbook, 100%. Whoever mentioned that earlier, I can't remember who it was.
Is there
he's all over it.
Is there a dark web version of Airtasker? Because he'd be on that as well.
Well, he's got a toolkit, so definitely can help a few people out. That was a good pick. Any? Has he got anything else, or is that it?
That's it, mate. That's it. Yep. That was a very quick list. Never been on the dark web, so I don't know what's on.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, crypto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Naughty stuff.
He would be. He would. Dusty's
I think a lot of Cobra operatives, or especially of the mercenary variety, definitely into crypto. That was fun, Aaron. Did you have fun?
Well, yeah, absolutely I did. Yeah, it was, it's good. It was really good. It's always fun. It's always fun. Just
What's that, sorry? What?
It's always fun. It's always fun. It's always fun.
Oh,
Just get on.
look at us. We've done 2 streams in the last week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Saturday
Fire.
could work long term, I reckon. Seeing as I've quit football, it could work.
Look, when I've got every second weekend off in my favour, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you got anything else you'd like to chat about before we quickly wrap this up?
I'd like to encourage everyone to watch podcasts from the pit tonight, or tomorrow morning, American time.
I'll be there. Yep. I'll be there tonight.
So that'll be fun. Nate posted a couple of new videos this week, and so did Kiwi. So check those blokes out. I'm nearing 300 subscribers on my channel too. So
you're closing in.
Yep. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do.
You can find him right there.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, if I never get to 300, so what? But yeah, it is.
Mate, you're going to get to it in very smart.
Yeah. I don't know. Just when you feel supported, you feel like doing more of this. So,
and you are supported, Aaron. Yeah. I support you. Yeah, look, I just want to say thank you to you for joining me once again. It's always a pleasure. Thank you to everyone who turned up for the show tonight. It was good to see some familiar faces as well as some new visitors. I hope you enjoyed the show. Aaron and I always trying to come up with just fun Joe talk and, just with a sprinkle of silliness along the way. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're here. You may as well hit the button. You can also find Aaron on Instagram at Ronnie Trickshot. And you can find me on Instagram at Shark Eyes Pics. I also have one account for the channel, so that's on there too. Just search Shark Eyes. I'm sure it'll come up. That's it, mate. I'm ready to go have some lunch, and I'm going to leave it to you to sign us out before I hit the outro. So, you've got the mic, mate. That's it. That's all you got. No words. All right. I'm going to just gonna press play on this. See you later.